Hi, I'm Wade from Thoroughbred Diesel, and today we're going to be putting a cam position sensor on my 01 Dodge. I've been having a problem with my cam position sensor for a long time now. And I've just been too ornery to fix it because the truck runs with it. It just doesn't run well. So I'm going to take you through everything that points straight to the cam position sensor. First off, I want to let you know we're using genuine Cummins parts on this. This is Cummins part number 492-1597. At the time of this filming, this was the correct cam position sensor for the VP44 trucks. Here's a look at the cam position sensor before we install it here. Comes with the O-ring on it. Does not come with the mounting bolt. You will reuse your mounting bolt. So let me show you what this truck's doing while the cam position sensor is out of it. And now that we're filming, I'll probably start it and it'll probably run like a dream. But let's go ahead and go through the codes. First off, Adam, I'll let you get in here on the Smarty screen. So haters, don't jump on me for the truck being dirty. She's just an old farm truck. So let's show them the codes. Okay. So cam position sensor, we're going to be looking at PO 341 and a 1690 code in here. Hard to do this backwards. So you can see we've got the PO 341 camshaft position sensor code. We've got the 1690, does not agree with injection pump position sensor. So we've got that. I'm gonna go ahead and show you my screen that I had set up there, kind of monitoring this last couple of days. I set up a screen that had cam position sensor signal here, and I also used injection pump signal, which translate over to engine speed, the ECM voltage. I monitored the ECM voltage for a couple of days too, just to kind of make sure I was going in the direction I wanted to go. I'm going to turn this loose real quick. I'm going to show you how the truck runs. I'll set this up here on the dash. So you can kind of hear at an idle there, it's kind of got that 12 valve sound to it. Look at the tack here. Adam will show you the tack. You have no live tack inside the cab. She's dead Clark. Look at our data on our Smarty touch screen here. We're showing 0 on cam position sensor at the top there. I know that's going to be hard to see on the camera, but we're showing good ECM voltage. We're showing good engine speed, and we're showing good on the injection pump speed. So she starts fine, runs terrible. They're smoky. I'll show you that. You can kind of see it just the truck just does not fuel correctly when it doesn't have cam position sensor signal. So we're going to fix that today, but we're going to fix it with this caveat. We're going to leave the injection pump on to do this. Now, leaving the injection pump on this truck to change the cam position sensor is going to make it very, very difficult to do. The cam position sensor is located between the injection pump and the power steering pump. I'm going to show you here as best I can. Adam's going to zoom in on it. I'm going to point to it. So over here, Adam, you'll need to come around to this side here. So between your injection pump there, basically where my light's shining, you can see one lone wiring harness that's going towards the block. That is the wiring harness that goes to our cam position sensor. All right, that's what we're going to attack. This wiring harness going right there, that leads directly to the cam position sensor. So that's what we're going to attack. You don't have to do what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do it for my own sanity. I'm going to remove the intake horn, the intercooler tube, and I'm also going to move the throttle position sensor. I'll move it back. You've seen us do this in tons and tons of videos, so we're not going to video that. Going to unbolt all this, get it out of my way to give me a better shot for my arm to start working on the cam position sensor. All right, our cam position sensor, as we mentioned, is directly between the underside of the injection pump and your vacuum pump, and it is that black, the black end of the connector is coming into your shot here, right there. I'm going to take my extension to try not to mess up the focus of the camera, but right there at the end of my extension, that black connector, that is the cam position sensor. All right, to start our installation, again, like I said, take the intake piping off of the driver's side, move our throttle position sensor, just move it all back out of the way. You've seen us do that on several videos. We also remove battery cables, get them off because we're working with an electrical sensor, of course. A couple of things that I like to do here, again, this is just for sanity's sake. This is not, you don't have to do this, but I like to do it just for my own sanity. I'll take the vacuum line off for the cruise control. I just take it off and move it because it's brittle and you can break it, and then you don't have any cruise control, and then you don't know why you were working on a cam position sensor and then you don't have cruise control. Then I take the bell wire connector off of my injection pump, off the VP44. Again, age of the truck, the wires are brittle, you're right there beating around it. So I just go ahead and take it out of the mix, get it out of my way. That gives you another little another area for your hands. So next thing to do, this is the wire going to the cam position sensor. We're going to go ahead and pop the wire off the cam position sensor. It's just got one plastic tab holding it on there. One finger, you should be able to pop the tab off. Like that, and then get the wiring harness out of your way, lay it over. Be careful, don't break the tab on your wiring harness. All right, I'm going to take a little GoPro video here of where the cam position sensor is located there. Drop my GoPro. All right. Now we're going for the bolt. There is one 5mm metric bolt that holds this cam position sensor in. What I like to use is a 1/4" drive 5 metric universal that I've got. I use this on Duramax valve cover gasket bolts. It's perfect for this job. So this is one of these things. This is the reason why I take the intake off, because you're kind of standing on your head here getting this lined up on this Allen headed bolt, because you don't want to strip it out. So you want to take your time in what you're doing here to get it to the Allen head bolt. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to go ahead and we're going to remove that bolt, and then we will be ready to bring our cam position sensor out. All right, we got the bolt out. Great success. All right, now we know in this video really you're not seeing is what we're doing here, but we're trying to take some GoPro video of it as well. What we want to do with the cam position sensor is it's got a tab on it. Let me show you with this one. Cam position sensor, this is the new one here, has got a tab that the bolt actually goes through. It's sitting at about that position right there. So looking headlong of it, this is going into the gear case, sitting at about that position right there. What I want to do is I want to take it and I want to turn this cam position to where this tab is down, and that's going to give me the ability to be able to get my finger behind it, or a screwdriver or whatever I need to prise on it to pull it out of the gear case. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to turn the cam position sensor down. We want to make sure that we get the cam position sensor twisting anyway. I've got it moving there. We want to get it moving anyway. The more you move it, the more success you're going to have getting the cam position sensor. Or if you're working on a crank position sensor, which is real common on the Dodges for failures in the 98, 99 trucks, the more you move them, the better chance you're going to have of getting them out. So work with them, get them moving, get the O-ring moving inside the bore there, and hopefully that goes a long way into getting it. Boys, I think that one's going to come right on out for me here. I'm going to go ahead and attack it because it's giving me a window of opportunity here. What I've got is I've just got my hands on the sensor, and I'm just working the sensor back and forth. I've got 2 fingers on is what I've got. I'm just working it back and forth and pulling backwards at the same time. Let me move it again. Continue to move it back and forth. See that right there? made a big difference in how tight it was. This truck's never had a cam position sensor on it. I've had this truck a long time. So I know I'm in a good spot here to get it out. I've moved it quite a ways away from the cover. All right, there's no sense in y'all continue to sit here and watch me breathe, so I'm gonna keep working on this thing, working it back and forth, and that's what you need to do at home too. Continue to work with it, work it back and forth, turn the cam position sensor in the cover, and you'll get it eventually. Just keep working with it. All right, so what we're working with here is just trying to work the cam position back and forth in the bore like we were talking about there, and then just kind of keep moving it back and forth and struggling. It'll come out eventually. Maybe just a little bit of prize bar action here. All right, there's our cam position sensor out. You can see what I used there, long, thin screwdriver, and I just went in behind this little tab of the cam position sensor, and what I did was I just turned the screwdriver ever so slightly, and that put outward pressure on it. Then I had my right hand in here, and I was pulling backwards on the cam position sensor, and it came out. Had to fight it a little bit, but we finally got it. So our next step is to put our new cam position sensor in. First thing you're going to want to do, get a rag where I can handle it. You're going to want to go down here onto the front cover, and you're just going to want to clean everything up real good, especially the bore of where the old cam position sensor came out, because you want to make sure that you don't get anything down in there. All right, our new cam position sensor, just put just a little dab of grease on it, so around the O-ring, so the O-ring slides right in. And getting it there is kind of the trick. You don't want to do that. You don't want to drop it. Damn, where did that go, Adam? Dropped my new cam position sensor first off, had the dropsy, so going back in with the new one. Remember, make sure that you clean everything off and you're not putting any contaminants in the gear case cover there. Put a little bit of grease on your O-ring, and right hand through here is about the only way to do this. There we go. So it's in the bore there. I think Adam can look at the backwards. He can see the new cam sensor bore in there. Yeah, just barely can see the top of the electrical clip there. All right, so we're just gonna push it and pop it back in its home. There you go. Push it till it pops just like that. Don't pull it in with the bolt. You don't want to do that. That's a bad deal. All right, so now to get the bolt in. what I'm doing is positioning the tab on the cam position sensor. I know you can't see that, but getting the bolt lined back up where it came out of is probably one of the most difficult parts of this. So let's get that there. Boys, I might have hit it right there. Oh yeah. All right, 22 foot-pounds is going to be your torque spec on this, so we'll go ahead and torque this down. All right, now we're going to go ahead and put our wiring harness back on our cam position sensor. I'm going to be real honest with you, this is probably the worst part about the job. This, I don't know why this wiring harness, it's in there in a position, once the cam position is where it needs to be, it's just in a position where it's very, very hard to get to. You've got to start it with 2 fingers and so on. So I'm gonna, uh-oh kids, whoa. Hold on just a second. You all might get to hear what I like to call the click of glory. There. That's it. There's the click. All right. So now we basically go through, put everything back that we took off there. One thing I didn't show you on the vacuum pump here, there's a little nipple on there for your cruise control. If you take it off, it just helps you that much more. I just took it off real quick. I'm gonna slide it back on. So that was the only thing that you didn't get to see me do. Just put everything back that you took off, your injection pump, wiring harness, whatever you chose to take off to make it easier for you, like I did. So we're gonna get everything dressed back up, and then we're gonna show you, hopefully, a working tachometer. Got our cam position sensor in. Let's check our work here. First thing, I'm just gonna go ahead and start the truck, see if my tach on the dash works. All right, we got a working tach. Cam showing RPMs. We have got a successful fix. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and clear my codes out in the ECM, and that'll be it. So guys, that's how to put a cam position sensor in your 5.9 truck. That's gonna fall if I don't pick it up. Don't forget, when you put everything back, make sure you put all the lines back that you took off, the vacuum line off, cruise control. When you put your throttle position sensor. Make sure you put the wiring back on the throttle position sensor, or you'll get in here and you won't have any throttle. Now, for the piece de resistance, we'd like to introduce you to somebody here at the shop. Adam, I'll be right back, and I'll just, you know what? Why don't you just go with me? We'll do it in here. You on the phone?
Yeah.
Put him on hold for just a second from there.
Huh?
Can you put him on hold for a second?
No, I'm not on the phone right now.
You're not on the phone?
I'm riding this pump.
Well, can we borrow you for a second?
Yeah. Do I just need to like burst out the double doors?
You don't need to burst out the double doors. We're actually rolling now. So this is kind of one of those live action things. It's like live PD.
I thought we had to do it out there in front of the truck.
No, guys. This is Dylan Pritchard. Dylan's one of our top sales guys. He earlier last year, he had made some derogatory comments towards me about the pulling truck, and he's here today to apologize for that. And the reason why he's going to do that is because he put a cam position sensor on his VP truck, 02, a few years ago, and he had to take his injection pump off to do that. So he has bet me today that I could not remove my cam position sensor without removing my injection pump, which I did. Totally passed that test, but with flying colors. So Dylan wanted to tell you all something. He wanted to say a little something here.
I thought I was saying it to you.
You're saying it to me in America.
Oh, in America.
In America.
Wade, I'm sorry for telling everybody that watches your YouTube stuff to kiss my ass. Good job today, man.
Appreciate that.
Good job.
Well, guys, thanks for watching. If you have any questions about changing out your cam position sensor or diagnosis of that, like and subscribe to our channel, or just ask us a question on YouTube. Fumble that all up. Thanks for watching.